Hey guys, what's going on? Russ again from Historic Coins and Collectibles of eBay fame. And I got a half dime video for you today. Liberty seated half dimes. And I'm always saying I think the Liberty seated half dime is a good buy. For the rarity, for their low survival rates. You can get an extremely rare coin for a pretty reasonable price, in my opinion. The obvious drawback and why some people don't collect them is they're extremely small coins. Which, Captain Obvious, right? But I mean, that's the only reason I can imagine somebody wouldn't want to collect them. But, these are pieces of American history, and they're in really good condition. I mean, the state of preservation that you can get some of these coins in, compared with, or in relation with how rare they are, when you start to add it up, it's, in my opinion, it's a good purchase. Let's start off with the 1850 here. Now this one, as you can see how close I can get? This one has bright and vibrant colors. You don't get them with this bright and vibrant of colors often. I mean, it's almost like neon, the colors on this thing. I would say it's undergraded. And it's my channel. So what I say goes. So it's undergraded. But in all seriousness, I would say it's undergraded, taking an objective look at it. I always try and sit myself down and be objective with my coins. Doesn't always work. I'll be the first to admit it. Okay? And I know I'm not the only one. We love our coins. Sometimes too much. Sometimes a little too much. I need a little reality check. There's plenty of people out there willing to serve it up, so try to be as humble as I can be. But this coin, 1850, bright, vibrant colors. There was just under 1 million of these minted. It's like 955 million. And guess how many survivors? Just take a guess. There was just under 1 million minted. This is a relatively common year. Take a guess. Wrong. 1,000. All grades. That's the experts estimate that graded, raw, the whole kit and caboodle. The one that the metal detector guy finds. All of them. I don't know how they include those, but somehow they do. I'd really like to know how they make the estimates. I'm sure it's like a Google search away, but I like to hear it from people. Because Google is not always right. And it seems like everybody just relies on Google. It's like, well, you can easily program Google to tell you whatever the hell the people at Google want to tell you. I don't want to make that the trusted source for knowledge and facts, But we're not going off the rails here because I am a professional. What we have here is an 1854 Liberty seated half dime with arrows. You know, the arrows dates are some of my favorite. All of these are 90% silver. I don't know if I mentioned that. The arrows dates are a favorite among Liberty seated collectors. And again, the arrows on the 5345 indicate a reduction in the silver weight by approximately 7%. Because in 1852, they were actually melting the coins because the silver weight was worth more than the actual denomination of the coin. So you had people melting them, and that's why they had to adapt. So the arrows on the 5345 indicate a reduction by approximately 7% in the silver weight of the coin. 53 had arrows and rays. Rays were a pain. They were a pain to prepare. The dies wore down faster because of the rays. You know, lots of contact area with the planchets. Just stands to reason. More contact area with the planchet, probably a little bit more abuse on the die. And you know, the mint over the years has always tried to adapt on the fly and be as efficient and productive as possible and put out a product that, you know, is pleasant to look at and serves its purpose in commerce. And I think they've done a really good job. You know, our old coinage, in my opinion, is far and away the most attractive coinage. And, you know, I'm an American, so maybe I'm biased, but Mexico has really cool coinage too. Shout out to Mexico. They have really cool coinage. The eagle with the snake in its mouth. I wish they were as good at border enforcement as they were minting coins. But, you know, it's not their job. It's not their job to fucking secure our borders, so I can't throw any shade at Mexico. Here we have the 1858 half dime. These are all 90% silver. The 1858 is one of the more common dates again. This one's got a blue tone over the whole obverse and reverse. It's a consistent blue tone. You know, it's kind of like a terminally toned coin. I guess I've seen that descriptor thrown around for coins that look like this. You can see the wear on the thigh, on the chest. You know, that little light tannish. All the high areas, obviously, have wear on them. But it is a really attractive coin. You know, the 1858 had 3.5 million minted. And there's about 3,000 survivors, you know, in all grades, raw, everything, according to the experts. And the experts nailed it when it came to the pandemic. So I have no reason to doubt that those numbers are accurate. And of the 3,000 survivors, 800 mint state. So that's actually one of the bigger figures that I've seen for mint state out of the seated coinage that I've been showing and that I've been buying. You know, half dimes, even dimes and quarters. You know, 800 mint state is a large number. That just goes to show how rare these coins are. And in 2007, there was a PCGS MS68 that auctioned off for $15,600. So I mean, these things, you know, that might be the top pop. I'm not even sure, but that just gives you an idea of how expensive they can be once you get to the high grades, maybe even the top pop. You know, the 54 arrows in 07. There was a PCGS MS67 that sold for $20,700. And last year, Heritage sold one, a PCGS MS66 for $3,600. And then the 1850 in August of last year, PCGS or Stax sold a PCGS MS67 Plus for just under $11,000. And then in June of last year, Heritage sold an NGC MS66 for $1,400. So, you know, those are some of the bigger auction figures that I was able to find. And those are probably, you know, if not top pop, they're probably very close. So these things get pretty pricey when you get up to the, obviously, you know, I mean, we've discussed their rarity, so it stands to reason once you get up to the top pop, you know, you're going to have the big dog collectors going to be fighting over that one coin. That's how you get $20,000 half dimes. But, you know, that's going to be the video for today. Tried to keep it professional for you guys. You know, I'm a consummate professional. I never get sidetracked or derailed or have meltdowns because I don't have time for it, you know? I just don't have time for it. So with that said, thank you for watching. Check out, I have a 1861 half dollar that's like amazing. It's an amazing coin. Go check it out. It's original. You know, it's originally toned, great luster. It's an AU58. It's in a soapbox, but you got to check it out. Even if you're not a soapbox person, check the coin out. It's an amazing coin. It's auctioning right now, Historic Coins and Collectibles. And thank you guys for watching. I'm out.